Have you ever noticed why cats seem different from other animals? They stare into empty spaces, they purr, they are such confident little beings. Cats are often associated with spirituality, mysticism, and are really revered in many different cultures for thousands of years. Today, let's explore what makes cats special and why are they associated with spirituality and mysticism. Cats are basically very independent beings. They are not very clingy. They show love their own way. Sometimes they just stare into empty spaces, and a lot of people find that very scary. Basically, cats sense other energy frequencies, spirits, and they're always like more in tune to that frequency as compared to other animals. All animals are intuitive and they do sense energies, but with cats, it's just a little bit heightened. Cats have this sense of bringing peace. They are less chaotic and more peaceful. When they're in your house and when they're sitting next to you, you just feel a sense of comfort and peace. They don't necessarily have to be on your lap and cuddling you, but still you feel a sense of peace. Because cats radiate a very positive frequency. In fact, they purr. Their purring is now scientifically been proven to have healing frequencies that can be really good for calming our nervous system and healing us. Their purring is one of the most magical things that I find, being a cat mom myself. So with cats, they also they're very observant. Like I've noticed with my cats, both Cosmic Elara and Mystic Maya, that they're kind of they're attuned to my energy now and like my routine. They're really observant. Sometimes I'll just be silently sitting and observing each of my body language, what I do, to a point of when I go to my sacred space, to my mandir area to do my sadhana and puja. Somehow they just know that she's going here, what is going to happen next, and they just gracefully come and they take part in it. Like they're very observant, very calm, very peaceful. This is my Cosmic Elara. And cats basically are very they just tune into your frequency. Like both my cats now are tuned into my frequency. When I'm feeling high, low, angry, I really start to see this in their behavior as well and their eating habits as well. When I'm not eating my food, or if I'm eating more, eating less, it does reflect in their eating patterns as well. So cats just synchronize in your energy. They're also very protective. Like having a cat, they say when you have a cat, all bad energy, negative energy, evil eye stays away. Cats are also very auspicious for nurturing, for femininity, for fertility. Cats are very considered very lucky. In fact, even in Hindu scriptures, in Sanatan Dhanam, cats represent bringing wealth and abundance. And in astrology, they are Venus and also Rahu. So if you have a strong Rahu or a malefic Rahu in your astrology chart, having a cat nullifies the Rahu's negative impacts, and having a female cat represents Venus. So Venus is also all to do with luxury, abundance. Like cats are very luxurious, very feminine, very high energy beings. In fact, in Egypt, you could be sentenced to prison for killing a cat or abusing a cat. In Egypt, cats were considered like a goddess. Like one of the very famous goddesses in Egyptian history always had cats. And in Egypt, cats, they've been encarved in everywhere in Egypt. So in ancient Egypt civilization, cats were really revered and seen very sacred. In fact, even in Indian civilization, Adi Shakti, her Vahan is a lion and tiger, which belong to the cat family. In fact, we have another Hindu goddess who is really revered, who is one of the forms of Adi Shakti, who is believed to ride on a cat and to bless women with children, abundance, fertility. And so these are some of the small little magical powers of cats. Also, cats are very if you're feeling very angry or anxious, etc., cat's energy, it really calms you down. They really protect you. They're very intuitive. Also, what makes cats special is that they teach us slow living. You'll never see cats being very aggressive or very high on energy. They are very calm. They believe in slow living. In fact, cats teach us boundaries as well. They say Other animals love everybody, but like a cat will love you. They're very choosy with people as well. If they feel safe, they will go to you. If they don't feel safe, they will establish their boundaries. They're very like kind of like having their core individuality and respect. You can't just take a cat for a ride or force her to play with you or do something that the cat doesn't want to do. They have their own mind. They are very intelligent beings. So kind of like living with cats, I'm also trying to understand, just to kind of like slow down, rest, reset, breathe in, sometimes take a pause, enjoy the small things, slow living life as well, instead of the hectic chaos and always like worrying about things, and kind of like having my own boundaries and self-respect intact. So these are some of the reasons why cats are often associated with spirituality and mysticism. And basically, I love both my cats. And if you are a cat lover or a cat mom, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And Cosmic Elara saying bye.